I think the passion is what gets you to find your purpose, right? Like you say, like for me, you know, it was sports in the beginning. I played college football. You talk about passion. Like, I mean, you loved it. But looking back, I don't think it was my purpose. Because if it was, then God would have put me in a position to keep going, right? So I think I used that passion for working out and helping others to then find my purpose, which was bigger than my passion. I mean, that's how I see it. Again, it's just perspective.
Yeah, no. Listen, my favorite book is a book by, and I talk about this a lot on my podcast, Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning, right? You know, and it talks a lot about that purpose. If you have your why, then how is irrelevant.
Right.
Right?
Have you read Simon Sinek's Start With Why?
That's on my list, actually.
It's really good. So all Simon Sinek's,
Simon Sinek is
The
great.
Infinite Game is money, so good. But Start With Why is like his first one. So that one's really good. And then The Infinite Game, if it's incredible. So.
But I always find like successful entrepreneurs like yourself, I always find like, you know, it always comes from a place of growth, a place of, you know, wanting. That's what it always starts with. Do I want more out of life? Realizing I'm going to be accountable for my life. I live one time, and that's always who I've interviewed. People, I realize that is the key common denominator of people that are successful on what they do. I'm going to do whatever it takes. 100% of the time, I'm going to be knocked down. All the time, I'm going to fail. All the time, I'm going to be knocked down.
Right.
My thing is, am I going to pivot and grow? Not, again, just saying you're going to grow, but you're actually going to grow each time.
Right.
Or, you know, or am I not, right? So like you're asking me about my kids, right? So it's people here that have 11 kids, right? So that's, we run, my wife and I, we work together. We run the kids. I mean, that's really what is functionally, right? They have all the after-school activities and all these things.
It's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job, and we do run it like a business.
Really?
We run this. Otherwise, it's because there's so much logistics.
Right.
It's not like a joke. It's not like maybe, right? We got to make sure the kids are safe. They're all eaten. They go to bed, right? Like all that stuff. Remind me, how many kids do you have?
So I have a 4-year-old son,
right.
And then my wife is about to pop any day now.
Right.
So with a daughter.
Should be healthy, and you should enjoy that.
Yes, sir.
But like, right? Think about the 4-year-old times 11, right?
Yeah.
It's all of that. Get rid of sleep. Get rid of expectations. So in my book, which I'm writing now, I have a whole chapter talking about expectations personally, expectations of other people, expectations of the world. It's no expectations.
I was just about to ask you, like, so how you felt about that, because that's
Right.
how I feel. Is that I believe in relationships. If you have assumptions and expectations, that's where you fail, because when you assume or you expect, then more than likely it's not going to work out. So I think getting rid of that actually is healthy.
Right. In the end of the day, I think of just like a general sense of well-being. If you're gonna over and over again, what I saw in my life, right? I was like, okay, this third party, they're gonna do X, Y, and Z. But over and over again, smash. It doesn't happen. So what happens? You go through a spiral, and that leads to the next negative thing. But if you're gonna be honest, and you're gonna journal, and you're gonna look at yourself, and you're gonna be accountable to yourself, that's the best that you can do. Nobody can control somebody else. All we're trying to do all the time is we're trying to control it. Forget that.
Right.
Do you do the best version of you and be honest? As I always say, like, how can people know if you're not speaking your truth, what's inside your heart? Mm-hmm. If you're not, a lot of people are not doing that. But if you're not doing that, how can you blame somebody else for not giving you emotionally or physically or anything what you need if you don't communicate?
Right.
If you don't say it, this is what it is. You're afraid to say it, so that's my issue, right? Until you speak the truth. As they say, the truth shall set you free.
Right, no, for sure.
Right?
And I think nowadays people are scared to tell the truth because they're scared of what others think. And at the end of the day, if you're not saying, to your point, what is inside of you, and what these thoughts that are running through your head, then you're never going to reach to a place where somebody can even help you. Like, let's say you say something crazy that you,
It's good.
well, it's okay. Like,
It's not even okay. It's great.
right, it's great. Like, because the truth is, we all think, like, if I tell people all the time, like, if you're not constantly talking to yourself inside your head, then there's actually something wrong with you, I would say. Because, I mean, I'm having conversations with myself all day
All the
long.
time. So am I.
And I think it's and that's healthy. And I think, but what are those conversations look like? And that's where you have to actually, have a conversation with another person that's on the same level, or that's even trying to learn from you, or you're trying to learn from them, and talk about those things that you're telling yourself, or you're, telling others, so that you can find something that's going to elevate your where you are, right? Because where you are is not where you're going to be. It's not who you're becoming. And so, yeah.
It's also, you talk about becoming, I was like thinking like acceptance of yourself, right? So you could have been, you find old friends that I haven't seen, for instance, a long time ago. I ran into some kids from high school. Some of them are really killing it, doing well. I'm really happy for them. And some of them are exactly where they were when they were in high school.
Yep.
Right? And it's tough. So you have to also be self-aware of where you are, and you have to set boundaries and always up the game of the people that have respect for themselves and respect for you. You have to be around those people, because a lot of us were around people, and unfortunately it could be family or friends that didn't necessarily respect who we are in our natural state, in our sensitivities, right? I remember you told me one of the things that people don't know about you is that you're a really sweet, nice guy.
Well, I would like to think so.
Yeah.
But, I think that the thing that, I don't know if it frustrates me, but I think it's when you're walking around 6'1", 220, my wife says I have a very serious face, like that kind of stuff, that the judgment happens without them really getting to know the inside, right? And I would say my heart, like, I know for a fact that my heart, like, loves hard, like, cares hard, like, about, if you're in my life, and hopefully, my staff and my family understand this, is that I'm not trying to become a better version of myself for myself. I'm literally trying to become the best version I can be of myself, so that all these people, because at the end of the day, I've got 50-something staff, I've got all these businesses, obviously wife and baby and my mom, my dad, my brother, like, they're all looking to me, like, where are we taking this company? Where, I'm paying for families and stuff like that. I take that extremely serious. And so that's my purpose. That's why I wake up and I'm like, and I truly believe that if I personally am not getting better, then it's impossible for those around me to get better. Yeah. Because I'm the example, and it has to start with you. Like, when you decide to run a business, when you decide to start something, well, you better start with yourself, because everybody's going to feed off of that energy, that example that you're setting. And that's why I'm constantly reading, constantly trying to figure out what the next thing is. The vision has to be told over and over and over again. I just wrote to my staff the other day. We were actually talking about customer service, and then I intentionally went back in my notes, and I scrolled all the way down, and I was like, how long do these notes go to? And it actually, for some reason, this phone went all the way back to 2017. And so I started reading my notes to my staff in 2017. The same notes. I was saying the same thing, maybe in a little bit different way, but that's the job, right? That's the leadership, is that you have to say the same stuff over and over and over again until these 24-year-olds, until it clicks, and then they're like, oh, that's what he meant by that, and then all of a sudden it helps.